So these are my new set of boobs. These are my new set of boobs made by the Zambia Cancer Society. So this was the affected side of the cancer, my left side. So you can see these small. That's where the drains were. Then this side is where the lymph nodes were removed. So this side I had lymph nodes removed because they were inflamed due to the cancer that I had on my left hand side. And this breast was just okay. But I decided to let it go.
A lump in her left breast that felt normal but unusual this January set season 2 of Mbale's life in motion. The 3-year-old mother of one shares with TV Yatu how she discovered she had cancer and how she has lived her life thereafter.
So my name is Mbale Siamianze. I'm age 33. I'm a business lady and a mother of one. And I'm here to share my story with you.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you share your story with us. So we were inspired by your story online. And I think we came across one of your posts on social media, on TikTok. I think you are big on TikTok, and that was intriguing to note. We have such people living among us, and so we felt it was going to be prudent to have a conversation with you. You were diagnosed with cancer, but would love to get to understand how you came to this diagnosis, and did you notice anything before the diagnosis, the official diagnosis was run? Did you notice anything? What were the early signs?
Well, when we talk of signs, breast cancer in general is diverse. So for me, the signs I had were nothing to lead me to thinking that it would be breast cancer. I would sweat in my night sleep. Like you wake up, you find the bed is wet, you're sweating. I would get tired easily. Basically that was it. And I didn't think it would be cancer. And I had a headache. I constantly had a headache. And I thought maybe it's my eyes. I went to see an optician and I was prescribed glasses, spectacles, not knowing what it was. So one morning I was from taking a bath. So as I was applying my lotion, I felt a very small lump in my breast. And for me, that really raised concern because, as a woman, you see strange things on your body, especially to do on your private parts. You get worried. I didn't take long. The following morning, I went to Levi Monasa Hospital, where I decided to go and just do a scan just to check what was happening to my breast. So when we went there, they told me, no, you're too young, you can't have cancer, it's probably just a cyst. So I brushed it off because it was very small, and sometimes it could be a fibroadenoma, which is just a mass that can easily just go away. So they told me, let's give it a month. We see if it will reduce or it will completely go away. So I came back home because I was assured it couldn't be cancer. So I came back home. Within 2 weeks, I noticed that my breasts, the size of my lump in my breast had become big. Very big, actually. Then I started noticing that color had started changing on my breast, even dimpling. There's what is called dimpling in cancer. So it's where the mass now has really become big, causing danger. So I went back. And when I went back to Levi, they advised that I should see a breast specialist, Dr. Songiso, who has been a very good oncologist to me. He's been very supportive. So I did that. I saw him and he advised that I needed to do a biopsy. So I did a biopsy. I took the samples to Metropolis, where I was advised to wait for 2 to 3 weeks for the results to come out because they do send the results to India and back. So we give them details. I give them my email address. And I was waiting. So one morning, I got an email. I opened it. It was Metropolis. I was so excited to know what my results are. So I was seated. I was actually seated on this couch. I read through. I didn't understand the medical terms. So what I did is I went on diagnosis, copy and paste. I went to Google. So when I Googled, Google told me it was cancer. And it was a very bad type of cancer, which left me very emotional and broken. I rushed to my mother's house. I found her seated on her couch. So I told her the results have been sent to me and it's cancer. And she was just busy on her phone. She didn't want to say anything to me. She didn't want to talk to me. I kept on telling her, you don't want to see the results. So I forwarded her the results. And she was just quiet. She didn't want to answer me. And I noticed that she was emotional. I could see the pain in her face, in her eyes. So I walked back, actually rushed back home. I was running. I came back, I locked myself up. I was crying. I cried. Then I think she had called my sister, my other sister, my immediate sister. She explained to her what happened, the results, and I think she was on her way coming here. So she came, they came together. I told them I just needed to be alone. So they got worried. Why do you want to be alone? Okay, we'll be in the living room, be in the bedroom. I said, no, just leave me alone. So I agreed. They remained in the living room. I was just crying in the bedroom. My sister came to comfort me. She said, it's not the end of it all. And the following morning, I cried the whole night actually. Then the following morning when I woke up, I told myself, look, even if you cry, it will not change the situation. Just accept it. So when I got to see my oncologist on a Monday, he told me that he was so open with me. I just told him I've read about it, so you just need to be open with me. I've accepted what it is. So he said, no, this is a very bad cancer. Usually, this one grows very fast. That's why I think you were able to see the change in 2 weeks after your scan. So this one, we need to act fast. You need to start your chemo as soon as possible. So he wrote me a referral or a form for me to go to CDH, where I was supposed to go and start my chemo. So when I got to CDH, I gave them the letter that I was given, and they told me, no, you need to wait. Because chemo, we have other people receiving, so you can't just bring a letter and start the following week. And I was like, what will I do? I got depressed again. I felt like I'm dying. This is it. Then eventually they told me, no, you come on the Thursday next week, you start your chemo.
She shares that, considering the type of breast cancer the diagnosis revealed, Mbale was placed on immediate treatment.
6 cycles of chemo, which I underwent. Was a very harsh journey, very depressing. But I told myself, the very moment I started my chemo, I told myself, I'm fighting this tooth and nail. I'm holding the bull by its horns. And because I have a daughter who needs the mother around, and my family and everyone looking up to me. So I said, I will fight it no matter what. I received my first chemo. It came with its own bad side effects. 3 days after my chemo, my hair started falling. So I told my mom, I've noticed that my hair is falling. She told me, no, you're just overthinking. It can't fall. So I had braids on, so I could feel the itchiness on my head. So when I removed my hair like this, I saw my braids falling off, and it was very emotional. My sister came through, she started undoing my hair, and eventually it all fell off. I had patches in my head, and we just went to remove it, all of it. So it's been a journey. It's really been an emotional journey, but I didn't want to be so emotional to it. I said I'm going to be strong about it because my mom has also been facing different challenges. I've got an elder sister who's diabetic, and she's been in and out of hospital, and then my mom getting the news that I had cancer also, it was just a lot on her. So I said, I'm going to be strong. There were times when I would come from receiving my chemo, I'll tell her, no, go to your house, I'll be okay. When I feel sick, I'll call you, then you can come. No, I can't leave you alone. I said, I'm going to be okay. So yes, she's been very supportive towards this journey. And yeah.
So how did your daughter receive the news? At what age was she? How did she respond to the news?
So I received my news on the 23rd of January 2025. I am 33 years old and my daughter is 7 years old. With her, surprisingly, she knew what cancer was. You know, kids of nowadays. So I think she watches some reels, so she understands what it is. So the moment I told her I had cancer, she said, "Oh, mommy, you're going to die." I said, "No, I won't die. I'll be one of those that will survive." People do survive, other people die, but God is the one who's responsible of our lives, and He gives life and He takes away. But I'll make sure that I'll live for you. So she was happy. And you know, along the way, she would ask me questions. "Oh, mommy, when they cut your breast," because I prepared her. Even I think I prepared myself through. There are other people that do surgery before receiving their chemo. So that, I think, really depresses you and puts you in that feeling where you're not decided. You don't have a choice, but you just have to cut. With me, I needed to receive my chemo first. Like 6 cycles, that's like 7 months or 6 months of receiving chemo. So every day I told myself that you're going to be a different person. You will lose your breast, you won't be the same anymore. So each day I became stronger. Each day I became stronger. So my daughter would ask me, "So what is going to happen to your breasts? Are they going to grow again?" Then I told her, "No, when they grow, they cut, they're never coming back." So you need to accept people that life changes along the way. There are people who lose their legs, there are people who lose their hands, their eyes. You have to accept them the way they are. So I even went ahead and told her, "You see why I told you not to bully people? Because life changes. Look at now, you've got a mother who doesn't have breasts. But that doesn't take away your shine. Always tell your friends, even when they want to bully you, if your mother doesn't have breasts, tell them as long as she's living." And yeah, that was it.
How does she take it now? How are you living with her now?
Oh, it's an amazing story and journey. We are happy. I even move in the house without my shirts. My nephews, my nieces find me, and I've got one nephew. His name is Chisanga. He asks a lot of questions. So he's the most worried amongst them all. I think he already understands what breast may mean to a man.
Wow.
So he gets worried. Like he will always ask me, "So you don't have breast? What is going to happen to you?" Like he's always asking questions. He's more worried. But now they've gotten used to seeing me like that because I would just walk around the house without my shirt on. So they're okay. They've accepted that that's who I am now. And they don't find it strange anymore.
Let's talk about the process of surgically removing your breast. How was that experience? How did you look at yourself in that moment?
You know, as a young lady, or rather as a woman, our breasts are our pride. So after being told that I needed to cut my breasts, it was a news that I felt would depress me for the longest. And I told my mother that they've told me to cut one breast. I think I'll cut both of them. What's the point of having one breast? And she was like, "But why are you cutting both of them?" I said, "No, I don't want reoccurrence. And besides, why would I be moving around with one breast?" So she told me, "No, think about it." I also told my oncologist, Dr. Sophie, so I told him, "I'm cutting both." They said, "No, you can't. You're not cutting both your breasts." I said, "I'll cut both of them." And from the time I was told to cut one, I prepared myself that I'm letting go both of them. And the time of my surgery, when the time of my surgery came, I was with my sister and my mother at the hospital. In the morning, my mom wasn't there, but my sister was with me. So when I was going into surgery, even told myself when I come out of surgery, I'll cry because I won't have my breast. But when I went there, my surgery took 10 hours. And they said the surgery was only going to take 2 hours.
Wow.
So my family members were worried. I hear my mom kept on checking. Is she okay? Is she alive? And I think the reason why we delayed was because we were doing both of them.
Not that the other one.
The other
had
one
an
was
issue,
okay. No. The other one was very okay.
But you were trying to prevent recurrence.
Yes. I didn't want a situation where I have to undergo chemo again. It's a terrible experience. It comes with very bad side effects. You vomit, you have diarrhea. You actually even lose your memory. There are times when I'll forget. I'm even outside saying I'm supposed to do this. I completely forget what I'm supposed to do. Yes, so when I came out of surgery, I was actually the happiest person. I was happy that I came out alive. I thought it was going to be a different story. And my surgery was successful. What was really stressing me about the whole process were the drains. Since you're given drains, you have to have drains on after the surgery. So after surgery, you're just a day in hospital, you go back home. And the drains were so uncomfortable because you can imagine I have drains both sides. And it's so uncomfortable. Bathing was also the most uncomfortable part about it. But the surgery itself wasn't as painful as what I imagined. So I would like to encourage the people out there, those that feel like you're going through the worst situation. There are people out there going through worse. Don't put yourself in a position where you feel like it's the end of the world. Look at me here. Cancer is not something to joke around with. It's a serious disease. But I fought it. And because I put God first, because He's the giver of life and He takes away life. So everything you do, just put your trust and faith in God. I had a lot of people out there on my TikTok. My TikTok family has been amazing. Wow. They have been praying for me. When my diagnosis was done, it was during the Hallelujah Challenge.
Oh, okay.
And you see every woman, even men out there were praying. So everyone mentioned me in their journal books. They looked forward to my healing. And that also really helped me heal. And talking about my situation made it very easy for me to heal because the more I speak about it, the more I encourage other people. I'm also being encouraged by them. And my healing was very smooth. I was never depressed about it. I was never depressed. So to anyone who's fighting cancer, and whatever type of cancer that it is, just know that it's not the end. And you thrive through. God, like I said, God is the one who gives life. When He decides to take you away, He will take you away. But He's kept me for a purpose. I still have work to do. And sometimes, you go through a situation, maybe God wants you to draw closer to Him. I feel that's why I was put in this situation. Maybe God, there's always that point when God says, my daughter, come here. And this is the point. It's, cancer is, it's people discriminate. I've had close friends that were never there for me through my journey. My family has been the one for me. My mom, my sisters, my other sister, as I mentioned, she had diabetes. So she's been home. She hasn't been so well. So my mother and my other elder sister, they have been with me through it all. They have not let me go. So friends will come, friends will go. But in difficult situations, that's when you know who your true people are. So don't give up. I'm here seated, breastless, but not breathless. And it's been a journey that I will embrace. I'm giving back to the community through awareness and in whatever way that I can. Either donating to those that are passing through when battling their cancer. I've seen so many kids at the cancer disease hospital. They are fighting cancer. I, as an adult, I went through the worst. And it was so difficult. Now you can imagine what a young child is going through. So even with that, I'm still giving back to the community. I'll visit them, I'll donate what I can, and in whatever way that I feel I can encourage someone, I can speak to them, whatever sensitization I can do through this, I'm readily available. Yeah.
Wow. What are some of the early warning signs? What do you advise women? Because I think this thing is really attacking women. What I understand is men have breast cancer as well.
Yeah.
There's breast cancer for men.
Yes.
So, what are the early signs? What should we look out for?
Well, like I mentioned, signs really, our bodies are different. For me, my lump was not painful, it was painless. There are other people I've met at the cancer disease hospital where they tell me, no, I've had this lump from 2019 and I'm only coming now. But those are people that you see that their cancer has spread. It's in their bones, it's in their blood, and they have been keeping quiet from 2019. And for me, it only took me a month. Imagine if I'd stayed that long.
Yeah.
So really, when you just notice something strange on your body, whether it's a rash, it's a what, we human beings, we tend to ignore so many things that happen to our bodies. But don't ignore the signs. Visit this hospital. Whatever big or small, visit the hospital. You never know what it is. With me, imagine if I had ignored. This time around, I would not be seated here speaking to you. So, your life matters, your health matters, and your lifestyle should also be priority. We take advantage of all these small things, but those are things that will cost us in the end. So I'd like to encourage each one of you to have regular checkups, visit your hospitals, and don't ignore the signs because your health matters. So yeah, I'm free. I can run chest out. Very comfortable because they are light in weight. So there's always an advantage to everything. So you see, I had very big breasts. Those that know me had big breasts, so they were quite heavy. So now I have an option. I can get the smaller size, I can get the big size, and yeah. So this is the new me. Embrace me, love me the way I am, and love everyone out there who's facing. Be kind, always be kind, because you never know what someone is going through.
Mbale says though her cancerous tissue was removed, doctors have advised her to undergo radiation in India, an important part of treatment that requires financial support from you and I.
My name is Anayawa Siamianze. I'm the mother to Mbale Siamianze. I want to say that I think God prepared me for this journey. From my last assignment where I worked in the NGO sector, I eventually found myself in an association called Palliative Care Alliance Zambia. And in palliative care, we dealt a lot with the Cancer Diseases Hospital, a lot of non-communicable diseases that I worked around. And after that experience that I had and the skills that I got in taking care of people that are living with life-limiting conditions, my husband died of renal failure and heart failure, so those were the conditions that I had to work with. My mother also suffered from a stroke and dementia, so again that was palliative care. So eventually my first daughter also got diabetes, and then now Mbale with cancer. So I say, God, it is not all lost. I think you prepared me for this journey. So I've been strong in this journey, and a lot of people would say, how do you manage? I said, I don't manage. It's only that I have a great God who has walked this journey with me. Everything that I've carried are not small illnesses. They are big illnesses that requires your time, your commitment. You have to let go of certain things because you have to focus now on your children that are sick. So all my children were taken ill. So it has not been an easy journey. So the last one that hit me was from Mbale. When she came with their diagnosis, I think she found me, I was cleaning my house and all that, and then she told me, no, the results are out. Then she called me, the results are out. She came and said, Mommy, I have cancer. I looked at her. I said, God, what do I do? Should I cry? Should I show her that I'm actually hit below the belt? But then I said, if I show her that I'm scared and I'm whatever, and I give her outbursts, she will automatically know that it's the end of the world, because she knows that I've worked under this umbrella where I've dealt with people with cancer. And if I showed her that side, she would have really said it is a hopeless situation. So that's how I kept quiet. But I was boiling inside and talking to myself and talking to my God, why God this diagnosis? And we thought that it would not happen. That it happened. But then I encouraged her. Like she said, she cried, she locked herself out, but I told her that was not the end of the world. And I've walked with her that journey. Because I also am a patient who had bilateral hip replacement. I had degenerative bones. So I have this burden, and everybody thinks that now that she's sick, how will she carry her children? But then I said, I have to be strong for her. I have to be strong for all my children, regardless what I'm going through. So I worked with her through the cancer treatment, all the visits at the hospital. To date, I would be with her early in the morning, like she said, would leave at 5, be at Cancer Diseases Hospital up to about 18 every day. And the medication would actually knock her down. So I literally lived in her home here, left my house for almost a month. I was here until she, in fact 6 months, until she did all her chemo, all her surgery. I was here, I'll just go to clean up my house, come here, give her all the support that is required. I think as caregivers, what is important is just to hold somebody together, hold their hands, walk with them. Yes, there were times she would have tantrums, she would scream at me, she's itching, and we're saying, no, it's going to be okay. And she's saying, no, you don't know what I'm going through, leave me alone. There were those moments. But then you say, as a mother, yes, she will shout, she'll do whatever, but there's nothing that I can do. I'm a caregiver, and I just have to be at her level. So I'll leave her rant, eventually she'll come around, and so on.
Reporting for TV Yatu, David Kashiki, Lusaka.